So, which teams do you think are favorites to win this World Cup? India, New Zealand, Sri Lanka? No. Football World Cup. Let's have a look together then.
Before we begin, I would just like to say that these are the top 3 reasons that I consider why Argentina might go all the way to win this year's World Cup. Argentina have just entered the quarterfinals after they beat Australia in the round of 16 earlier tonight. So, let's begin with number 3. We have got Germany's recent slump in form. Now, you might be saying, what does Germany's form got to do with Argentina's chances to win this World Cup? Well, to answer that, let's have a look at the following graphic. Ever since Argentina won their second World Cup in 1986 in Mexico, in the 8 editions that followed, Argentina have been knocked out on 4 occasions by one team in particular. Yes, and that one team is Germany. Since 1986, Germany has beaten Argentina twice in the finals and twice in the quarterfinals. Argentina has failed to decipher the German code at the World Cup for more than 3 decades now. They failed to make the most of it last time around in Russia when Germany didn't make it out of the group stages. Argentina ran into an inspired France in the round of 16 that time. Having said that, Argentina didn't have the team in 2018 which they do now. And as we all know, once again Germany has been knocked out of the World Cup before the knockout stages. Let's see if Argentina can capitalize this time on the fact that their nemesis is not in the competition anymore. Even though Germany is not around, Argentina is on a collision course with their arch rivals Brazil, whom they will most likely meet in the semi-finals. Remember, Argentina has had the better of Brazil in recent years, especially when they beat Brazil in the final of the Copa America last year. They would pretty much fancy their chances against Brazil. So that's Germany's slump in form at number 3. Moving on at number 2, we have got that loss to Saudi Arabia early on in the group stages. To explain this, let's have a look at 2 different World Cup campaigns. Firstly, that of Brazil in 2002. Brazil won all their 7 games en route to their 5th World Cup win. Secondly, we got the World Cup winning campaign of Spain in 2010. Unlike Brazil, Spain lost their first group game to Switzerland in the group stages. However, they did end up as champions. 2 different campaigns, 2 champion sides. One won everything, one lost their first group game. To each his own. Having said that, Spain's campaign of 2010 does fascinate me. Spain showed real character in bouncing back after their loss in the group game. That's a sign of a true champion side. And Argentina's loss to Saudi Arabia, I believe, has done more good than harm to Argentina's campaign this time in Qatar. Argentina entered the World Cup on an unbeaten streak of 36 games. They would be glad that the streak ended in the group stages at the hands of Saudi Arabia rather than, let's say, a semi-final or the final of this World Cup. That would have been a real disaster. Having said that, only time will tell if this Argentine team can show some character to go all the way and win this tournament. And now, without further ado, we are going to talk about the number 1 reason why Argentina might go all the way and win it this year. Messi's last World Cup. The whole of Argentina is rallying behind Messi. The whole Argentine team is rallying behind him, and so are the fans of the GOAT around the world that would love to see the sight of Messi lifting the World Cup in Qatar, which is going to be his last. In his illustrious career, Messi has won many tournaments with his former club Barcelona. But when it comes to his international career, he has managed only one with Argentina, and that too not long ago, the Copa America in Brazil last year. Although that victory has somewhat elevated Messi, he would love to win one more trophy before he retires from the international scene. And the FIFA World Cup trophy would be just perfect. Unlike previous campaigns, Messi's Argentina certainly has the team that look like world beaters. Now they only need to win 3 consecutive games. Let's see how things transpire from here on. Messi would love to improve on that goals tally, which stood at 8 goals before the game against Australia.
So, whom do you think? Sorry, cricket game. What did I miss?